Now, with breaking news.
Good morning. We begin with breaking news. An Amber Alert is in effect this morning. Green Bay police needing your help looking for 4 children they say are considered missing and endangered. We have the photos of them right here. Their ages range from 1 to 7 years old. 2 of the children suffer from medical conditions that require daily medication. If you have any information, call the number at the top of your screen there, your local police department, or call 911. Officials are looking for 2 suspects in this case. 34-year-old Deanna Ward is about 5'1", American Indian, and weighs about 190 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. Authorities are also looking for 57-year-old Diana Haffaday. There is no photo available of Diana, but officials say she's about 5'1", American Indian, 162 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. And we will continue to follow that breaking news throughout our news.